Success Mantra is a program which features people, successful individuals from various walks of life. They are less known heroes who believe in their dreams and have conviction to live their full potential. Idols, icons, innovators who care to live every moment on their own terms.
Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Success Mantra. Today I'm privileged to have somebody amazing on the show who can really transform your health and fitness and your running goals. In case you have not started running, she'll inspire you to run. She is the champion of Asian Games 1992. She has been not only a champion in many other full marathons of 70 plus, participated in 70 plus different marathons, doing full marathons. And of course, you know, she has been in 26 different countries participating and making India proud. She is none other than Dr. Sunita Godara, who's with us today. Welcome to the show, Sunita Di.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And for the viewers, I want to say that this is 1992 Asian Marathon Championship, which was held in Indonesia, Bandung, and I won the gold.
Oh, wonderful. Congratulations, you know, like on so many achievements that you have had, Sunita Di. So before we go ahead, we would like to understand a little that how did this, running legend start in your life, Sunita Di?
See, if you see beside this photograph in the purple shorts, this is Boston Marathon. This was my first international marathon, having done 1984 national marathon in Delhi. That time it used to be Indian Open Rath Marathon. Wow. I won the Rath Marathon and I was sponsored to Boston Marathon. So in India that time, you know, the marathon was not a booming thing, you know. Nowadays the scenario is totally different. I sometimes envy nowadays, you know, these runners. I envy them because in my time, although I was winning all the marathons wherever I was going in Southeast Asia, but there was no WhatsApp, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram. So just imagine, only in the newspaper, that time we used to have a Sports Star magazine. And every month there used to be one article of mine, either winning Singapore Marathon or Malaysian Penang International Marathon or in Thailand, Bangkok Marathon, something like that. So it was quite tough, you know, because you are not getting that kind of relationship with other runners and all. Right. You are running on your own, and that time there was no coaching also at that. You know, I'm talking of 84, 80s, early 80s. Sure. So I in India. Marathon started in 1982, and I'm national champion of 1984. Then in 1985 Boston Marathon, and after that I did my NIS diploma in Patiala in 1987. In 1987 I got married, and after that I got a mentor as a husband, army officer. I always say there should be passion, you know. So running was my hobby. It was not my career. I'm a jogger turned marathoner because I was in Sri Aurobindo Ashram. Before that, in Banasthali Vidyapeeth, from where I did my graduation and all, there also, you know, I used to love running. So I used to go for running, and then I was best athlete in my college. Then I went to Rajasthan University. I became best just because I used to love running. Right. No proper coaching as such at that time, you know. So 1987 when I got married, so my running, you say the startup I got in Banasthali because it's a 3 kilometers long, very famous university with almost 13,000 boarding girls, you know, all residential. And there, you know, 3 kilometer stretch, no disturbance, no traffic. Can you beat it? So, you know, and there was runway because we had flying club, and we had swimming pool, basketball court. So I was a basketball player also. So I got atmosphere where I could do running. Early morning, going at 4 a.m. Not scared. You know, safety was not the point, which in Delhi, of course, I made my own group, and, you know, male runners used to run with me in 90s. And people used to say, hey, that Sunita Godara who runs with commandos, because always 2-3 boys here, 2-3 boys here, and I'm running on Delhi roads. That time Delhi roads were, side by side was Kacha road. So if I was working in Sri Aurobindo Ashram in Mothers International School as a hostel warden. I was 24 years old, hostel warden with my 16 years old girl. So, it was quite fun with them. So just to keep them busy on Sundays, I used to take them throughout Delhi, everywhere running and going there by running and then having picnic and coming back by school bus. So this was my routine on Sundays. That's how that Kida got into me, the running Kida. And then I started it every day. And then we came to know from Tara Didi, who was the owner of the ashram. She's still there. I keep meeting her. So she told me, why don't you run marathon? Because you run every day 10 to 15 kilometers. You should try for marathon. And marathon 42 kilometers, my God. So what I thought, ek baar 30 kilometers karke dekhte hain. If I can finish 30 kilometers, then I can do 42 kilometers. Wow. And you won't believe, from IIT to Indira Gandhi airport, the old airport, went till that place, it is almost 23 kilometers, and came back. So it was came back to IIT. So from IIT, it is the distance was something like 35 kilometers, and then I got confidence. Yes, I can do 42 kilometers. But that everyday running, that consistency of running, and yes, every summer holidays, 2 months, I used to be in Nainital doing horse riding, doing trekking. So that stamina building up was there. So I had very good stamina. I was a yoga instructor, so I had very good mental power, good relaxation techniques, a lot of stretching. So all those points, without having proper coaching, but it was blessing in disguise, you can say, that because my lifestyle was like this. I was a yoga instructor, used to take yoga classes in the morning, then I used to play kabaddi, all those things. So toughness was there.
Amazing.
Toughness was there. And I still remember when I was a young girl, I used to play every day in the evening. I used to play Langri Tang. So when you play Langri Tang, you know what happens? You do one-legged hopping.
Right.
That makes your legs very, very strong. So each time you go with your right leg, then the next time when your right leg is tired, then you go with your left leg. Right. So unknowingly, but I was, strengthening my legs.
Building your strength.
So yes, building the strengthening part of, thighs and knees and all those things. So, and this I used to do on my, in my lawn, grassy lawn. Even today, I always tell runners, don't run on the road every day. It is very, very injurious to, injurious to your knees. So always, alternate. Even if you have to go once or twice on road, but recovery runs, then interval trainings should be on the grass, which is a natural massage for your legs.
Wow. So much to learn on the running front, huh? Oh my God. Awesome. So, Sunita Di, tell us, you have had so many achievements. We can see your medals, photographs behind you. What does success really mean to you?
Success is when people start following you, people start listening to you. And normally what happens in the beginning, when you are doing good work, but this is Indian society, first in the beginning, people will try to crush you. I'm talking of sports politics, because I was at the international level. So first people started trying to, they try to crush you. But even then you go on and keep on winning. Then they start avoiding you. Then also you continue, you keep on winning, you keep on doing, only sports and promotion of sports. Then people start, they start acknowledging you. And then they start awarding you. So I reached up to that phase, and now at present, I have made such a system, a sports system, that all these big marathons, you are a marathon runner, so you know, Airtel Marathon, Mumbai Marathon, Bangalore 10, World 10K, and Calcutta this TSK 25K, Bajaj Allianz Marathon, then IDBI Delhi National Marathon, then Vasai Virar Marathon. All these marathons, I coordinate the elite athletes. And you know why I started this? When 92 I became Asian champion. Then 94 I started my own club, and I was nurturing the runners. Female were very less. Always, you know, this is a problem. Females now I'm getting a lot of females, but those years, you know, females were very less. But the young boys used to come. Those who want to become marathon runners, 10,000 meter runners, 5,000 meter, they used to come and join me. Even Shriram coach, who is Padam Shri and you know legend of 800, 1500, Shriram Singh, whenever any athlete beginner will come to him in Nehru Stadium and ask him that मैं तो long distance runner बनना चाहता हूँ. The first thing he will say, go and do 1 month training with Sunita Godara. Just join her club, do 1 month training, and then come back to me. Because for 1500, the training is totally different. But then before going for 1500 up to that national level, you have to have that kind of endurance. So he used to send his athletes to me, beginners, so that no, they get stamina and then they do their workouts and all.
Awesome.
So it was a nice 30 years of marathon career. In 87, when I got married, and in 88, when I was declared the most improved marathon runner of India, because in the beginning I was also doing 3:30 because I was a jogger turned marathoner. So I was also doing 3 hours 30 minutes for full marathon, which was normal. And then with my husband guidance and you know with scientific approach, we can discuss about what is the scientific approach actually. I improved 49 minutes in marathon.
Wow.
And 3:30 marathon runner, the jogger marathon runner, became 2:49 national marathon champion.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And I won the Pune International Marathon. And when I say marathon means 42 kilometers.
Sure.
Because half marathon is 21 kilometers. So those years, there were no half marathons actually.
Okay.
And we had only 3 full marathons. So I used to go abroad every 3rd month to do full marathon. Awesome. And later I started staying there for 5 months to do 8 half marathons and 2 full marathons and come back.
Wow.
So that's how I could go to 26 countries and did so many marathons.
So Sunita Di, you know, like what is the ideal age in case somebody really wants to be like you, like for the benefit of our audience, if you could just, you know, tell us also that children or others, when should they start?
See, if we talk about running, athletics, then athletics, they can start in school, younger age, like 10, 12 years old, can start athletics, but that is 100 and 200 meters only.
Sure.
Once you reach to middle school, then maybe you can start 400 also. Then once you are in class 10th or 10th and 12th, in that period, you are already 14 years, 15 years, then you can start cross country. So up to 3000 meters. Below 15 years old boys can do 10K, but not they should not target for 10K. It's 3000 and 5000. So that is for the 15 years old boys. And once you reach 17 and 18, brush up your 10K timings, because 10K they allow when you are 15 or 10. I think school must be having 10,000 meters. So for school. And once you cross 18, this is medically also, it is say condition. You have to cross your 18 years to get entries into half marathons.
Half marathon, okay.
Half marathons. Full marathon also you can do when you are 18, but it is advisable to have background of say 7-8 half marathons before you switch over to full marathon. Because you know, to be a good marathon runner, it takes 3 years. So for 3 years, you can do half marathons. 21 kilometers. Because once you will go to a full marathon, then it is difficult to improve lower distances time. And always the combination is good. Say 100 and 200 meters. You must have seen all the international runners. They are 100 and 200, then 400 and 1500. Then 3,000 and 5,000, then 5,000 and 10,000.
Right.
They help each other. These distances help these two distance. So 5,000 person will do 10,000 for endurance, and 10,000 person will do 5,000 for speed. Same way, 10,000 run. If you improve your 10K timing, automatically, if you are a half marathon runner, your half marathon time will improve. If you are a full marathon runner, once you improve your 10K time and half marathon time, obviously your full marathon time will improve.
Awesome.
So we should target for two distances.
Awesome.
So one has to decide.
Right. And until what age can people continue running?
There is no age limit, my dear. I'm surprised. I retired at the age of, at the age of 50, I did my 75th marathon. Right. Okay. And after that 2-3 years, I continued, and I retired as a champion runner in marathon in 2006. Then I started doing elite coordination. But 65 years old, 68 years old, also improving their personal best and doing marathons. Maybe 70 years also doing, but then 60, 65 doing easily. So there is no age limit. You see, Fauja Singh.
That's what I was about to say. That, is he really 100 years old? Is that validated in some place?
It's not, actually, it's not validated. But see, if not 100, he will be 98. 98. But he is that old. Because those years there were no birth certificate and all, but then he's somewhere there. I met him 15 years back. That time also he was somewhere around 85 years or 88 years. Wow. I met him in Lahore Marathon. Oh, it was so nice. He was running 10K. And so that time also he was the eldest one. So I think he was 88 years old. So see, 15 years. So he is somewhere around 100.
Somewhere around 100. Okay. That's nice to know that we still have an opportunity to run for years to come.
Yes, of course.
Awesome. So, Sunita, very, curious to know that what are the traits which has really helped you have so many accomplishments, have so many successes, manage them so well, like transition into different career paths, like you were a runner, then, you kind of
running an NGO.
Exactly, NGO, and then managing elite runners. So it's how did you manage all of this, and what were the behaviors or traits which has really helped you achieve so much of success?
First of all, my nature, my positive lifestyle, and my thought process. Because see, when I was going abroad, it's not that I was struggling to go abroad. I had to go against the federation, in the sense, federation, they want to control the athletes. I was out of their control, and I was going on my own. Wow. Because I was the first one who created that aura in marathon running, that runners can, if they are good, if they want to go for international marathon, they can go on their own, because it's a free registration, or say open registration with invitations and all. Wow. Before me, runners used to think that without federation, they can't go abroad for international competition. So then I used to clarify that in marathon, it's an open competition. There is no state or district level marathon. You have to get selected and go. Because in athletics championship, yes. In tournaments, yes. You have to go through district level, then state level, then national level. If you are up to 10,000 meters. Right. But once you become a marathon runner, you are above 18, then you can decide on your own. If you are good, if you qualify London Marathon, you can apply and you can go for London Marathon. You qualify for Boston Marathon, you apply and you can go for Boston Marathon. There is no control of federation on marathon runners, first of all. Okay, they have national camp, they control one or two whom they nurture, they sponsor. But otherwise, now in India also, the scenario is thousand runners are doing marathons. And many of them, they keep a dream of going for some international marathons,
Right.
and London, Boston, Berlin. I've done all this. So these are the dreams of marathon runners, and they can go on their own. So they don't have to take permission or NOC from the federation. So this is what I started in 80s. So I became a rebellion sports person. But that opened up the path for marathon runners who want to go on their own.
Awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, one more thing that just came to my mind. So, you never thought of going for triathlon or, those kind of Ironman and stuff?
Sonali, I tell you, I know cycling. And I'm not a very good cyclist. I've not done these Ajwala, these stylish cyclothons and all. But I'm a good swimmer. I was a diver at my time.
Wow.
So I was in my college team. But you know what? When this triathlon came, in fact, when I was in Singapore Marathon, they started biathlon, cycling and running.
Okay.
So they used to ask me, okay, you come for biathlon, you do only running part, I do cycling, so that way we our team can win. So this was okay with me. But if somebody, when they used to say, you know swimming, you know cycling, and you are so good in running, so why not go for triathlon? But I was literally, I'm telling you, my timings are very good in marathon those years, 2 hours, 43 minutes for full marathon, 1 hour, 16 minutes for half marathon. So I never wanted to switch on to event where my marathon time will slow down. Because the moment you go for triathlon, then your training pattern is different. Then you can't do the same kind of speed workouts which you are doing for improving your half marathon or full marathon timing.
Right.
Then you have to go slow.
Correct.
So I wanted to win marathons. So I never tried triathlon. That was the one reason.
Oh, awesome.
You can be a champion of one thing,
Yeah.
Maybe when I retired from marathon, then I could have gone for triathlon. But till then, I was so satisfied with my running career, 30 years of international running career. Then I started elite coordination. And you know why I started this? There was only one thing. The struggle which our top athletes are facing, getting entries, getting all the facilities. I thought, if I don't help them, then what is the point, having me, having
being in the
so much
circuit
of
for so long,
so long and educated, because our top class marathon runners are not that highly educated, also barring a few. So just to help them, everything is digital. So just to help them, and I created my own career as elite coordinator. And I'm so close to these runners, so caring, bilkul, motherly caring. When they are in my hands, they don't have to think about anything about their registration, about their hotel, food, any facilities. Everything is taken care of, me and the organizers. And they just come, sleep, and run and win.
Excellent.
My all elite runners now cracking new national records and course records, because they are totally relaxed. No tension. Once once I'm there in the marathon as a coordinator, then runners don't have to worry for anything.
Awesome. So, Sunita Di, what's been your greatest achievement when you look back in your career and even life in general?
See, greatest in two ways. One is how you are acknowledged as a marathon runner. That's my Asian marathon gold medal.
Right.
Still, you can say I'm cashing on to this, or I'm cherishing that I'm once upon a time in 92, I was best in Asia. So the articles also best in Asia. So this, and that goes for 2 years, because 92 you win, and the next Asian marathon will come in 94. So after 4 years,
So you are holding
in
the
between
title.
Asian Games. So I was holding the title for 2 years, and in 94, 92, and then 96, I got a wild entry as an Asian champion for the Bangkok Marathon, where also I got a bronze medal. So, that is one win which I cherish, because that only we in India we have only three Asian gold medalists, and there's no Asian Games medalist in marathon as yet. So we are only three, two female and one male. So in this country, something which I really cherish, that I'm one of the Asian gold medalists.
Wow, awesome. So, who has been your role model in terms of, constantly keeping you charged and motivated?
Okay, because my husband was like an international coach, so you won't believe this. Now I come to the scientific approach. In scientific approach, first you have to have your goal and targets in place. So Rosa Mota, who was from Portuguese, and she was a Boston Marathon winner, and of course time was 2:25. But then her body frame, you can see my I have one picture of a Berlin Marathon, holding my hands up and all that. So Rosa Mota, when she's winning Boston Marathon, that picture was in front of my bed. Every day I'm getting up and seeing Rosa Mota, that my body frame should be like this. Whether I will be able to do the same timings or not is a different question. But my body frame should be like this, world-class body frame. So I from 54 kg Sunita, I went to gone down to 45 kg Sunita. Wow. And with total, full energy. Why? I just modified my diet. Lots of fruits, lots of veggie fibers, and less calorie. I used to count calorie of everything, whatever is going inside my body.
Wow.
So that's how I reduced my this 9 kgs of fat weight in say 9-10 months. Awesome. And that was the time I improved 49 minutes in full marathon. Excellent. And from 128 half marathon to 116 half marathon. So this was also good improvement. But it was in 1 year's time. Like slowly I cut down my fat weight. So when you go for scientific approach, first thing is your body composition. Your body frame should be lean and thin, and the fat percentage for female should be 9 to 10%, and for male it is 6 to 7% fat percentage. Okay. That is one thing. Then your workouts. And when you are talking about 5 points, scientific approach, 5 points program. So first is your mileage. It's a thumb. First is your mileage. How many kilometers you do in a week? Ideally, for a normal club runner, I'm now okay. Take it like I'm talking about normal marathon runners now, regular runners, not talking about the performer runners, the international runners. Okay, so now we talk about our Indian runners, those who are taking part just to finish and do their PBs. Not the top ones. Top 10 of India, they have totally different. They are full-time runners. I'm talking of the runners who are working also, and they are running. Okay, like you.
Yeah.
So now for them, it's 5 points program. How much mileage you are putting in a week? So if you are a half marathon runner, then also it should be 80 kilometers to 100 kilometers if you really want to do your personal best.
80 to 100 in a week.
80 minimum.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to improve your timing. So this
Right.
is a mileage. Then comes slow fast training. We call it interval training. There
Interval
are
training.
different type of interval trainings. Fartlek hai, then 100 meters fast, 100 slow, or maybe 200-meter fast, 100-meter slow. That kind of slow fast training is called interval training. You can do 400 meters also, 400-meter fast, 100-meter slow, then 400 meters fast, 100 meters slow. That is for, say, 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And say, for marathon runner, 2 kilometers of warm up. In between, you do 6 kilometers speed work, whether it is slow fast training or repetition workout, and then 2 kilometers or say 1 kilometer jog down. So never ever do less than 10 kilometers whenever you come out from the house, if you want to become a half marathon or a full marathon runner.
Sure.
Those who are doing less mileage, that is why they are not able to do their PBs. And long run. And then comes long slow distance. That is very, very important. For we talk about a half marathon. If you are doing half marathon, so it's 21 kilometers. So your long slow distance should be whatever timing you are doing for your marathon. Say 30 to 45 seconds slower than your race pace. You should go for say 20 to 21 kilometers. That should be a long run. And long run should not be done fast.
Sure.
You have to relax and do your long run. So suppose you, and in another way, suppose you want to do, what is your half marathon timing?
For me, I've not been able to do it sub 2, so it's 2 hours 15
Okay.
minutes.
2 hours 15 minutes. If your race timing is 2 hours 15 minutes, I had one runner, 3 months back. His time was also 2 hours 20 minutes, Sachin, and now he's doing 1 hour 56 in 3 months.
Oh my God, that's
So-
like a dream.
I target my club runners. I'm not training elite runners. I'm training local runners.
Local runners.
So the normal runners and hobby runners, you can say.
Right.
So from 230, 220 to sub 2.
Yeah.
This is what I inculcate in my training workouts.
Awesome.
That one has everybody has a dream to crack 2 hours.
Yeah.
Everybody has a dream.
They do,
The-
yeah.
all runners have champion in heart. So if you are 215 now, you want to do 150 or 155, just
Right.
below 2. That must be your target.
Right.
And everybody think that's the same way. So for that, one workout of interval training, one fartlek, slow fast training. So 2 workouts of slow fast training. One is 1 kilometer repetitions.
Okay.
Very good. 5 times, 1 kilometer repetition. And that you do 15 seconds faster than your race pace. If you can calculate your race pace, maybe it's say 5:30 or whatever. So 15 to 20 seconds faster than that.
Faster than that.
And when you are doing speed work, you have to do 5 times or 6 times for half marathon runners. For if you go for full marathon, then you have to do 8 to 10 times. So maybe program is same. The workout is same. Only the repetitions are more when you do for full marathon.
Right.
So like long run.
Right.
Here you do 18 to 20 kilometers long slow distance. And if you are a full marathon runner, you cannot consider less than 28 kilometers as a long run. So from 28 kilometers to 32 kilometers. And you don't have to go more than 32, max 35 kilometers. Because after 35 kilometers, only you run with your brain, your mental power.
Sure.
Everybody's body gets tired. Everyone gets tired. So then going 40 kilometers for long run is no.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the thing. for
Awesome.
scientific training,
So,
and then relaxation.
right. So, one thing is that do you find a major difference between runners in India versus runners across the world? Because, you know, like you have really seen runners from different countries. What is your
Uh,
opinion?
yeah, totally means not totally different. I stayed with the 10 to 15 minutes faster than me, Russian and Italian runners when I was in Torino marathon. I stayed with them for 15 days. What they eat, same like our marathon runners, those who are at the top level, they also take care of their calorie counting and all. So
Right.
same way, they take a lot of honey and a lot of soup. So the food is okay. Only thing is their training speed for the slow run, for the fast run, for the speed run, everything is faster than us.
Ah, okay.
So
Okay.
quality,
Right.
their quality is faster than us.
Right. And
You
what
know, Rosa
about,
Mota, when I met
right.
Rosa Mota, she was my dream girl,
Yeah.
and I met her in London Marathon. So
Wow.
that time she was invited runner because she was a winner of Boston Marathon,
Sure.
and she was invited in London Marathon. So I was there also, one of the runner, elite runner. So I was staying in the same Tower Thistle Hotel. So then I took her interview, which sports star also. So I asked her, what is your long, slow distance pace? Can you believe? She was 225 runner. I was 249 runner. And
Right.
she said, I run very slow, long distance, I do easy, 4 minutes pace per kilometer. 4 minutes per kilometer. I said, my God, this is our race pace.
I
So
know.
that's how, this is the difference. This is the difference. The day our runner also start pacing themselves and they improve quality,
Right.
speed
Right.
work, car speed, and then long run car. But then everything you have to then improve. Not
True.
that slow run you are doing with speed, then it is not a slow run. If you
Right.
are doing slow run with 5 minutes, say, like in your case, if you
Right.
are doing slow run with 5:30 pace, then you have to race your other speed work and on with 5:30.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
5:30 pace is your slow run, then 4:30 pace should be your fast.
Right.
So it is like this. 4:30 your fast pace, then 5 is your medium pace, and then 5:30 should be your slow pace.
Wow.
So same way for the top of the top runners, 3 minutes per kilometer should be the race pace, then 3:30 medium pace, and 4 easy pace. So the day all the girls, those who are top of the top, they are doing 4 minutes per kilometer easy pace, then they will also break the timings and all.
Awesome.
What our Avinash Sable has done. He
Right.
has done
Right.
1 hour for half marathon, 1 hour 30 seconds.
Awesome. So physically, you mean to say that Indians are not compromised, as in we are as good as any other country if we kind of focus on the scientific methods of training.
See, I can't say that because we are this Mediterranean, in these side of countries we have low hemoglobin. Half
Okay.
of the people are suffering from thalassemia. So those problems are there. But
Right.
if they get all the facilities and they do scientific training with all support, scientific support in the sense proper physiotherapy, proper supplementations, not the doping, but the herbs and all, and proper training, workouts,
Right.
proper environment. There should not be sports politics.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
we have to nurture the athlete to take the best out of him.
Right. So, Sunita ji, have you ever had any failures in your life?
Failures, if you say like I'm Asian champion and I don't have Arjun award. And why I don't have Arjun award? This is why I say sports politics. I deserve Arjun award, but I was
True.
not given because I was fighting against drug abuse in sports. And federation thought I'm fighting against them because I did PIL in High Court against drug abuse in sports, So somehow chor ki dadi mein tinka keh lo ya whatever, they thought I'm fighting against them. And since then, my name was shortlisted twice, but because of this sports politics, I never got it. So this is what I consider being an Asian champion, being, okay. Other all marathons, maybe it's open invitation, so federation don't consider. But Asian gold medalist, other two Asian gold medalists, if they have Arjun Award and I don't have, so it's a failure. But this failure never stopped me, there are Milkha Singh never got it because of the sports politics. Kamaljeet Sindhu, Asian gold medalist, she was Asian Games gold medalist. She never got it because of the sports politics. So it's not only me. There are other top class athletes also were deprived of this national award because of the sports politics. So that doesn't make any difference, because if you have passion, then these these kind of failures, which the reason, then it doesn't hamper.
Absolutely. There's the kind of phenomenal work that you're doing, like in sports itself, guiding people, coaching people, and also helping all the elite runners is phenomenal. So whether you get the award or you don't get the award, we take you as an awardee for that, totally.
So, and it's so funny, Wikipedia has already declared me as a Arjun Awardee. So
right.
Wherever I go as chief guest, they announce. I said, "From where did you get my profile?" Say from. They say from Wikipedia. Okay.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So wonderful, Sunita Di. Thank you so much for making time for this. So before you go away, we want to know, what is your success mantra? What is it that you would like to leave with the audience in terms of
See, at the age of 61, I love to say, "Mast raho, swasth raho, khush raho, abad raho."
Awesome. Beautiful. So mast raho, khush raho, swasth raho, azad raho. Excellent. So that's our takeaway for today. Thank you so much, Sunita Di. And looking forward to train with you, basically. I'm really looking forward to your tips to better my running timing.
We can, you send me questions.
Sure.
And I'll send you videos.
Awesome.
Answer those questions.
What a coach
so
you
long
are.
distance training, a long distance training program.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sunita Di.
Okay, love you.